Hello, my dear viewers. This is the Dukas Copy webinar YouTube platform, and you are watching Forex Trading with Rakesh. Today, the day is Thursday, 7th of September 2023. I welcome to you this live stream, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending upon whichever part of the world you are right now. Well, you might be thinking that this webinar is being hosted on Dukas Copy webinar channel, so I may be an employee of Dukas Copy Bank, but I'm not. I'm not an employee of the Dukas Copy Bank. I am an independent trader. I'm just using their platform to share my opinion and the trading ideas. Therefore, whatever I'm going to share here is my opinion and my trading idea. It has nothing to do with the Dukas Copy Bank. In the next few minutes, we will be discussing the price action, and in the process, we will ignore the fundamental trading because we know that every piece of information which is there spread in the world is already priced into the chart. So let's not talk about anything fundamental in nature, and we'll only focus on the charts. And for that purpose, we'll be using the candlestick type of charts that give us the maximum possible information on any chart. Using these candlestick charts, we'll be drawing the key levels of importance for all the instruments that we see. And what are we going to see is the major currency pairs, the dollar index first of all, then the major currency pairs, then a few yen crosses, and bullions like silver and gold. Thereafter, we'll be having an eye on the Brent, that is crude oil. We'll also keep an eye on the Bitcoin and the Ethereum against the US dollar, and if the time permit, we'll also do some other crosses also. In the process, if you find at a place that you have not understood something, or the concept is not clear, or I may not be able to tell you properly what you are looking for, if you have any doubt, feel free to ask me that in the chat. The chat box is open for that only, because I'll be answering the questions from all the viewers at the end of the session. So I request you to keep asking questions so that I can save some time to answer them at the end of the session. Lastly, before I start the webinar, I must tell you that whatever I say in this webinar is only for information or knowledge. You should not use it as a trading advice. It is not a trading advice. You should do your own research before you put your money on the line. With that said, let me take you through a small, quick, standard disclaimer. And now let's have a look at the charts. So this is the first chart on your screen right now. This is the US dollar index. Bom dia, falando do Brasil. I think I don't understand him. Can someone answer him what he's saying? Good morning, talking about Brazil. Okay. I'm sorry, I cannot talk in Brazil. It will be only in English. Fagundes, thank you very much for joining in here. So this is the US dollar index against the US dollar. It is plotted against the US dollar. So if you ignore this channel break, which was, I think, majorly failed because there was a lesser volume that was taking the price down, you can see that this break did not happen, and thereafter when the break happened, the volume was low. That means it was not supported by the maturity. When there was an up move, that was with the volume. Now this move was with lesser volumes, and this was, I think, Sunday, 3rd of September. Yeah, 3rd of September was Sunday, so we ignored this candle. Then Monday there was low volume, Tuesday there was maximum volume, Wednesday even lesser, and then Thursday, that is today, is even lesser. So if the volumes keep decreasing, that means this up move is not supported. So my point here is that keep an eye on this move here. There is a higher probability that the price will start falling very soon from here, very soon from here. Okay. Even this daily candle is, I think, suggesting us that something is wrong at the higher prices. if you look carefully, then you will notice that something has happened here. Something very high volumes, a red candle. The highest volumes are with the red candle, with the 4 hour. All these rising candles had increasing volume. Thereafter, finally, it gave us a red candle with the highest volume. That means somebody is trying to sell this market at the peak. That is my opinion. I may be wrong, but here it is suggesting that bearish engulfing, then try to rise again, so. It is too early to tell, but yes, if the price starts falling here, 104.59 area should be acting as a support. If it fails to act as a support, then this previous high must act as a support, and if it doesn't act as a support, then this low should be acting as a support, and if this fails, then there is nothing. Okay, but this low that is 102.84, which is the ultimate swing pivot, if that is broken, we will be entering the sell trade in the US dollar index. Till the time 102.84 is holding, we are not selling this market. If you look at the bigger picture, you had a channel, lowering channel, and that has broken, and finally the price has taken support at that area. If you remove this channel also, you will know from the daily chart that there is a possibility of price falling to this area again and then rising from here if it has to. But see, in the process, if it breaks this area, then it will have a market structure break, and when the market structure breaks, even if the price rises, we should see it as a selling opportunity. This is just my hypothesis, and but this is possibility. This is a very good possibility. Okay, so from here we can expect the prices to fall, because all the stop losses are triggered. Those who had sold their markets here, they are now out of the market. If somebody is trying to go and take this market to the new lows, then he's, I think, building up his positions and is ready to get US dollar down in any time soon. I hope you get my point. So next point is about euro. Well, euro, the next possible support is 1.0669. On the upside, we have resistance at 1.0765. There is not much of a move. If you look at the 4 hour, then you will see that there was a breakdown, confirmed breakdown, at least on the 4 hour. Now the price is rising. There is a confluence of support which has now turned into resistance. The volumes are high in the green candle, but yes, 1.0669 is the ultimate support, and if the price starts rising from here, then I think I will be looking at break of 1.0748 to confirm that if the price has started making, no, not that one, but this one, this is the high. You see, on the 4 hour, the price was making lower high, lower low, lower high, and lower low. So this is the lowest high that the price has made. If that is broken, then the price will turn into, then the market will turn into an uptrend, and in that case, we'll be looking for a buy in this market. So if something like this happens, then we'll be looking for a buy at around this area here. Okay, so keep an eye on this market like this. On the contrary, if the price starts falling, then 1.0666 should be acting as a good support. Now talking about the Great Britain pound, I think I discussed it yesterday that there is a huge break in the pound, and now there is a possibility that the price is headed lower. It has already breached this low of 1.2486. So now if the candle today closes below 1.2486, then it will clear the way for 1.2307. Now since pound is falling like anything, so you should also keep an eye on the GBP AUD, which we were looking for selling like in the long run, remember. So if the price starts trading below these levels again, these levels actually 1.9463 area, then we will be sure that this market has entered a selling structure, and in that case we will be selling this market. Now coming back to the GBP USD, so we are, even if the price starts rising from here, 1.2547 area should be seen as a selling opportunity. That means if for some reason, if the price rises from here, then we should see this level as the selling opportunity with the target lower. Why? Because this has been a very good support here, okay, and has been a very good resistance here. Look at this, very good resistance here, very good resistance here, very good support here, very good resistance here. So we have multiple reasons for this level to act as a resistance. Okay, it has happened in the past, so why not this time? If the price rises to 1.2547 area, you should see this as an opportunity to go short in this market with the target of 1.2307. Guys, if you are new here in this channel, although this channel is not mine, but I will still insist that you please subscribe to this channel, because I am streaming these key levels every day from Monday to Friday at 1700 GMT. And if you are not new, and if you are already here from a long time, then maybe you should smash that like button which is below the video. That will confirm that you are definitely into the business, or you are definitely the part of the small community that I'm trying to create, who are keen or who are interested in the price action, and who are willing to go away from the indicators and work with the volume and the price. I hope I'm clear on this. And also, when you press that like button, we get recommended by YouTube on other people's homepage, and that gives them a chance to see what you are watching right now. Okay, so 1.2547 should act as a very good resistance in case the price pops up to this level, but eventually it has to settle at around 1.2307. So keep an eye on these two levels. Australian dollar, which we are expecting to find some support here. Why we are expecting Australian dollar to find some support here? Because of this RSI divergence. Here the price has made low, which is the next low, lower than the previous one, but the RSI has not dipped below the previous low. That means there is a relative strength in the RSI. Ahmad Al Sadah, we like webinars, very useful. Thank you, Ahmad. Thank you very much for this feedback. So 0.6364 area, I was looking for a support here. It may extend to 0.6448. I'm not saying that it may not be powerful enough to break through 0.6521, but since the market is in a downtrend, it is making lower highs and lower lows. So this RSI divergence may be enough to put the price back very close to the previous resistance level, which is I'm expecting at around 0.6448. And even if it doesn't act as a resistance, then it can extend maximum to 0.6521. Right now, why I'm saying 0.6521, because you see here 3 times the price has acted as a very good resistance. That means people are active in this area, and before that it has been a good level of support. Here you can see in this candle, and as a resistance in this candle, support in this candle. So this level has been very active in the past. Okay, you can see, and I'm interested in this level because of these highs here and these highs here. So yes, this is confirmed. We don't want to go more into the history, but this is confirmed that if the price comes to 0.6521, one can look for a selling opportunity. Like if the price doesn't stop here and it goes here, then it should be seen as a selling opportunity with the stop loss here. Here you can sell. Okay, you can sell here with the target these lows here. Even it can go further down, but this should be a very good selling opportunity if the price comes to 0.6521 for any reason. All right, guys, let's take on to the New Zealand dollar is relatively weaker than the Australian dollar. Yesterday it has given a clean close below 0.5885. That shows us that there is more losses possible in this pair, and this pair can go to 0.5842 area. This is based on the previous price action. This is based on the previous price action. If you see this low, actually I have not, I'm sorry, so 0.5840 is the exact number if you ask me. And this high and these lows, these are also important, but since these are so close to this level, so you can keep one level for both of them. But remember, this area may also be seen as a good area of support if the price comes to this area. So 0.5840 to 0.5813 area should be seen as an opportunity of buying, but not right away, because the market structure is a selling structure. The structure, when the structure is selling structure, you don't want to buy that market, right? But if something like this happens, oh, okay, wait, first I will tell you, there is a possibility that the market structure will be something like this, okay, and eventually it breaks higher than this high. Now if this high breaks, then this is the first leg of the second move, this is second leg, and this is the third leg. You know that the third leg is always the longest leg, so expect buying here with the stop loss here and targeting this area or maybe this area. So this is the plan. So let us see how the things unfold. We do not know the future, we don't have any crystal ball in the hand, so we anticipate a movement like this because this is a very crucial support, and when the price meets a crucial support, it tends to break the resistances, and I am expecting a resistance to be made here soon. Talking about the US dollar against the Japanese yen, today is the inside bar. That means the low of yesterday's candle and the high of yesterday's candle is not broken yet, but if you see that this may be seen as a consolidation also, you see this low and this high is still being respected, okay, so this may be a consolidation before the leg up. 148.84 is the ultimate level where I am expecting the price to go. On the downside, 146.63 to 146.27 area should be seen as an opportunity to go long in this market. Let's see how the things unfold in this one also, otherwise there is nothing much that we can talk about. USD CAD, finally, after so many attempts from this zone, finally today the price is breaking out 1.3679. Now this is majorly because of the fall in the prices of the crude oil yesterday, but still when there was no fall in the prices, even then the US dollar was rising. This was an indication that the US dollar is going towards 1.3804 against the Canadian dollar. Now finally it has got a reason, and all the stop losses which were here are taken out. So if the price closes higher today like this, then expect a pullback, a small pullback, maybe on the 1 hour or 4 hour also, and look for the price action here. What happens if that is a good price action? That means if it is green, then look for a target of 1.3804, and whatever low the price has created here, you can buy this market with a small stop loss below that low and targeting 1.3804 and maybe even 1.3861 in this market. USD CHF, nothing much, it is an inside bar very close to the resistance. Expect the price to come down and then find some support to go upside. 0.9016 is the resistance on the upside. The horizontal support is lying at 0.8744, but I will expect this falling channel to act as a support if the price has to come down to this area. So what my expectation is in the visual format, I'm expecting the price to come down like this. It can also come down like this. If it does like this, then it will be a confluence of two supports. One is this horizontal support and one is this falling channel which has broken, and this will be a break and a retest. So this will be your buying area and the price will be headed in this direction. So I hope you got it, but it will take time, but it will be more accurate technically. Silver, finally a fall in the silver, okay, 24.03 or 23.90, and now 23.90 is the resistance now, and we are targeting 22.21. we have already said this in the previous webinars. On the upside, now the resistance is 23.78 to 23.90. also this rising trend line will be acting as a resistance if the price goes to this area again, and the support is 22.21, so I will be booking my profits at 22.21. Gold, like I said, that if it gives us a close below this area, then it will be acting as a resistance. Today is the time to see that it is now acting as a resistance, so the next level of possible support is around 1903. If that also fails, then the next level will be this low, so I will keep an eye on this, that is 1884 area. Now if the price starts going below that, then you know the price is the price will be headed towards 1858 and also towards 1804. So my suggestion is that keep an eye on 1903, Rather than buying this market right now, look for what happens at 1903. If it fails, then don't expect 1884 to hold, because as soon as it breaks 1903, all these buyers will be out of the market and they will be looking for selling this market and push the power prices below 1884. Okay, so keep an eye on these two areas. On the upside, now you can keep an eye on this rectangle, which should act as a resistance zone. Why? Because it was a very good resistance in the past, so it should be acting as a support, but now again the price started going from bottom to the top, so it is acting as a resistance. After this, there is a higher resistance at 1929 level. So 1929, this rectangle and this 1903 area, these are the key areas for the gold. Brent, after so much of gain, that is from 82 81.71 to all the way up to this high of 91.13, we have a very good move today. Somebody might be thinking that the crude oil price is falling, but believe me, this is not known as a fall. This is called a flag formation or a pennant formation. How you make it, let me show you. Suppose this is your flag pole and something like this is going to happen. So don't you call this a pennant? So this is like a flag, but a triangular flag. So something like this will happen, and then eventually the price will break out to the upside, and this breakout to the upside has a target which is equal to the flag pole or the pole of the parent. So my answer is that the resulting target should be 847 points, and 847 points from here should be oh my god, exactly 99.53. So the 99.53 area has to be tested, then this flag should break out like this. I hope it answers your questions if you have any, and please feel free to ask any question. Ahmad Al Sadah, if you have any questions, please ask me that, so that I can answer those questions and you go from here without any questions. And if if you have any question, you can also ask. And if anybody else is sitting around here and who is not writing anything in chat, he is also free to ask any question. So please ask questions. I have nothing to take from you. I'm not asking you anything. Just press that like button if you can do that for me. And if you want to share it with your friends who are already into the trading, it can be any type of trading, commodity trading, anything that can be sold can be tracked like this in the chart. You know that the candlestick started first of all from the chap, and when the rice traders used to plot the prices of the rice, right? If you have not studied the history, then this is the history of the candlesticks, and this is really very useful in predicting the most probable course of price in the near future. So my opinion about the Bitcoin is that it may continue like this before it strikes this falling channel, from where it can even break further to the downside. Right now for me, 28,106 is the resistance, 24,766 is the support. I'm not going to buy or sell the Bitcoin right now. It has no use to me. Ethereum is also the similar case. It is going nowhere, so stay away from Ethereum also, my friends. Euro New Zealand is a case of buy. Euro New Zealand, I told you, I think yesterday also, it is a case of buy. There was a breakout, then there was buying, then there was some rise, then there was a fall down, but now it has gone very close to 1.8147. Even if the price falls from here, I'd like to buy this market at around 1.8081. Why? Because this is 4 hour, this is daily. The price after making the highest high, okay, it has started a down move. All right, on the daily it has started a down move, my guys. And this is an area 1.8081 is the area where I'm expecting a lot of buyers to jump in and push the prices higher. So I'll just remove all this, and then I'll create a small channel, and I would expect this channel to break to the upside. Okay, this is one, So what I'm expecting now is I'm expecting something like this. Boom. This will be my target. This will be my buying option. That's it, guys. Euro against the Australian dollar. Well, you can see that even euro is falling against the Australian dollar now, because the Australian dollar has finally started holding at a key area. I told you, this area, because of this divergence. So that's why your already is in the negative, but this can give you another opportunity to go long in this market at around 1.6664 area. So this is a confluence of supports. How this is the confluence of support? One support which is being given by this neckline, because it has been retested once, and also you see that in this process the price has broken through this previous high. That means now this is a break of market structure and price is looking for a higher low. So this is the best possible area from where you can buy this market with the higher targets. So my projection is around 1.6670 area is an area of support, and from here you can target 1.6883 area. On the contrary, if this low fails, is around 1.6648, then the price will go towards 1.6514, and if that fails, then it will eventually go to 1.6227. Australian dollar against the New Zealand dollar is going nowhere. This is the daily chart of the Australian dollar. So likewise, because it is not going anywhere, so we'll not waste our time and money and energy into it, so we stay away from this market. But one thing to note down here is that price is making lower highs and lower lows. Keep a note of that. Pound against the Australian dollar, we have already discussed. We are looking for the price to go below 1.9463, when we can look for a selling opportunity. And if the price starts rising from here, even then 1.9807 should be seen as a very good area of opportunity to go short in this market. Finally, the time has arrived when the pound can be shorted against the Australian dollar. It looks like, at least now. USA 30, people call it Dow Jones with love. They call it Dow Jones with love, and this uptrend, or I'll say this up move here, you can see that is this up move here is being rejected at 50%. Now this up move was actually supposed to be bought back at 50%, but it was not bought back, and the price closed even below 61.8%. And now finally, when the price is rising, 50% is rejecting that price action. 50% is rejecting that idea of going up. So if the 50% is not buying it back, but the 4-hourly price action is uptrend, so there may be some problem here. We need to break these price levels first. Delete, because these are causing some troubles here. Okay, so this 50% area, that is around 34,560, is acting as a resistance, at least on the 4-hour. If the price has to go down here, it will find support again here at these broken resistances on the 4-hour. So 434 is actually a very crucial level on the downside. If that does not hold, then the price will tend to break and maybe even result in falling to these lows around 34,050 area, 34,024 area. But if these levels hold, which is also a confluence of support, then there is a possibility of price going back to 34,687 and also 34,931. So right now on the 4 hours, no, it is again a consolidation. I'm sorry guys, this was a move to this area, then there was a high, but there was not a lower low. That means this high was not established. So this is only a higher high. So we have resistance around 34,877 area. This is not a valid resistance at 50%. So there is a possibility that the price will keep rising even beyond 34,680 before it finds any resistance. So my expectation is, I think I should draw a channel. So this may be your next thing that you are looking for. So I will remove everything and I will look this as an area of opportunity to go short in this market. This is one, and I will remove everything else so that you don't have any this thing in your mind, and the confusion or any doubt in your mind. and we will look at it what happened tomorrow. So this is what we are expecting. Let us see if that happens or not. Okay, this is what I am expecting in this market. Well, we cannot be true always, but if we are true, then we should make minimum 1:3 or 1:4 or maybe 1:10 in this chart. Okay, or what I can do is I can keep a sell limit order here, and I can keep my stop loss somewhere here, and I can keep my take profit somewhere here. What do you say? Okay, let's see. CAD CHF is going nowhere, so I am not talking about this one. GBP against the Canadian dollar is falling, and finally it has broken through this crucial low of 1.7002. Although there is a buying, and this buying doesn't have volumes, that is a problem. Now when buying at the lower levels at huge volumes, that is okay, but when there is a buying and there are no volumes, that causes a concern. So yes, now in the 4 hour there is a buying with the volumes, but it has already reached the resistance, so there is no more probability of going up. So there is a probability that you will get another buying opportunity if the price falls from here. 1.7002 on intraday basis is still a support. If the price closes the day below 1.7002, maybe I would consider selling this market, but right now no. USA Tech, okay, again a move lower, possible that this channel will start getting respected and the price may be headed upside. Since this cannot go against the Dow Jones, so we will have to wait and watch and see what happens. Does this support holds or it doesn't? But even if the price starts rising from here, it should find some resistance around 15,364 area. Buying the Australian dollar here is a good idea, but if it gives anything below 93.58, then I should not be holding this market. Right now it looks like a break and consolidation. Australian dollar is finding it difficult to rise against the Japanese yen, even which is the weakest currency right now. But since the Australian dollar is falling continuously, maybe that's why it is the. But yes, suppose that Australian dollar holds today and it starts rising this time. So can you imagine to what extent it can go? Believe me, it can go minimum 98.58, minimum 98.58. It can go even more, but 98.58 is the minimum that I would talk about. And if you go in the past, then these highs are also possible, because the other pairs, which are the pairs other than the Australian dollar, are almost at their peaks against the Japanese yen. So 102.93, 105.42 is also possible in the Australian dollar once the Australian dollar starts appreciating against the other currencies, which is right now falling very drastically. Okay, so I have drawn my levels on the upside 102 and 105.42 area. But yes, when will it start? We don't know yet. But if there is any policy shift or something, when the Australian dollar starts appreciating, maybe this thing you should keep an eye, that 95.06, above 95.06, it is 100% buy. Audi JPY is 100% buy above 95.06 with a target of 95, 97 and even 98.58. Euro GBP, finally a breakout to the upside, holding, but again a bearish pin bar. So that means that this candle, this pair is finding it difficult to go higher than the previous highs and lower than the previous lows. So it is called consolidation. So we have a good consolidation here. All right. So if there is good consolidation, it must be a symmetrical triangle. Yeah. So let us see how the things unfold in the future. But right now the price is consolidating, and it is consolidating good. A move to one direction will only be justified when we see a close outside this triangle. Right now the horizontal level of resistance for me is 0.8610, beyond which I can look for a buying opportunity. And for selling this market, I think I should be seeing a sell below 0.8521. or maybe even below 0.8492. So with this, guys, my pairs of interest are done, and I think I have discussed all the levels that were necessary to discuss. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I will be ready to answer them right now. And in case there is no question posed by you, then I'll like to conclude this webinar for today. Or if there is any other pair that you want me to keep do a live analysis in front of you, you can also ask me. Then I will be pulling that up for you. Or if you're tracking any particular instrument for trading. All right, guys, since I don't see any questions popping up, so I hope you know about the support and the resistance levels that are of interest in the coming hours and in the coming days. Well, tomorrow is Friday, the last trading day of the week, so there may not be much of a liquidity, but still those who want to make money, they make money. My suggestion to you is that keep in mind to only risk 1% or less of your entire capital on any single trade. And you should look for a potential profit of more than 3 times the risk that you're going to take. You can confirm your risk by keeping a tight stop loss. Stop loss is a must before you enter a trade. If you do not keep the stop loss, that means you are doing something wrong. You should not enter a trade without stop loss. And if your stop loss you are trying to change, that means you are already into a trade and then you are moving a stop loss up and down. That is a wrong thing to do. Don't do it. Stop loss is there to save your entire capital, so don't move your stop loss. Now with this note, I shall end this live stream. Please press the like button if you find this video useful for you. You can leave your suggestions and comments in the comment section that is provided, and please consider subscribing to this channel for more such webinars. We are here every day at 1700. Have a good day. Thank you very much for your time. Ahmad Al Sada, thanks a lot. Thank you, Al Sada, for your time. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care.